Hey everybody, so Mr. Pishposh and I are together today. He's behind the camera and we had a plan for the day and we decided to take you guys along with us to just make it a little bit more fun. Anyway, as you can see, I am quite surrounded by some bins of clothing and it's unlisted clothing. So this is my profit pile, my money pile. Some people call it a death pile, but I like profit pile. And there's before you guys, judge us too harshly, there are reasons. Some of this I collected before Mr. Pishposh was actively listing with me. And so, yes, I collected way faster than I could personally one person list. Some things were actually intentional that I sourced maybe this, big sweater, this heavy duty sweater, and I sourced it in the middle of summer. And so it was not priority to get listed, and so I set it aside. So I did some of that last year, and I thought we had pulled most of that out and got it listed last year, but it's possible we just didn't get to everything. But there's definitely things that I've sourced spring, summer, yard sales, things like that this year that, they get tucked away, they get stashed away, and you kind of forget about them, right? Right, honey?
Oh, yeah, I know.
And so we thought, you know what? Sometimes there's days where you just can't get to the thrift store. It's closed, the weather's bad, whatever reason, or you just realize that you have no business going out to a thrift store when you have all this wonderful inventory that needs to be listed. So we are going to go through it today, try to get it a little bit more organized and go bin by bin, see what's priority to get listed this month, and kind of set those aside so we have a focus. And then if there's stuff that's spring and summer, we'll put that into another bin and we'll keep that in mind coming up February, March. We're going to want to start to get like golf clothing, shorts and things like that getting listed too. But we need to get our sweaters listed while we still can. So we're taking you along. We have a big table. We're going to take it bin by bin and sort, and then we'll share fun stuff that we find along the way. Okay? Let's do it, honey.
Laughing again. It always starts with you laughing.
Ready?
It's going.
Okay. So we finished our first bin and we ended up splitting things up into piles of priority. First off, we found two big heavy sweaters. The dog sweater you've already seen. And then we had this one's heavy. This needs to be listed ASAP. It's LL Bean. And it's a Fair Isle pattern. I don't think there was anything wrong with it, but it looks okay to me. So we'll get those two listed right away. This pile is things that can be listed now, right? There's like denim. This one's a Torrid plus size pair of jeans. We've got these funky cat ones that probably do great on Depop or Poshmark. A couple pairs of Beta brand pants, which used to do a lot better. These also do fit me, honey. If I don't know, I'll make up my mind on that. This is a sweater type with a brand that's kind of been a bolo for a long time, exclusively Missook, but it's just kind of an long open cardigan, but it's size 3X. That should have been listed a long time ago. We have this skirt made in Italy. And then everything else is just kind of like jeans. There was a pair of Cool pants.
Cool Prana.
Cool and Prana. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Seven for All Mankind.
Those are okay. What's this pile, honey? This is just button shirts.
De-wrinkled.
De-wrinkled button shirts. Button shirts could be listed now, so that's fine. Oh, this one should be in our ASAP pile.
It still needs de-wrinkling.
It needs it, but it's wool rich.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I think, it was either a wool blend or whatever. I don't know if it was 100% wool, but it needs de-wrinkling. And all of those button shirts, but not high priority. And then this stuff over here is definitely more spring and summer that can go last on our pile. So that's our first bin. We're gonna clear the table, dump out another bin, and keep going.
But first, you have to show the shirt that I have on.
All right. This was in it as well. I don't know, what do you think? It's really hard to let you guys appreciate the awesomeness of this 70s shirt, but it's nylon. It looks like it's the most uncomfortable thing to wear.
It feels like I'm wearing a tent.
Yeah, but it is missing a button. Fortunately, it's just a white button.
Yeah, and some of them are kind of, so I can fix those.
Okay, so we'll just, that's just novelty factor, and we'll get that listed someday. Okay, so this bin was definitely all stuff that I had been saving for winter. So pretty much everything in it needs to be listed pretty quickly. I picked up this coat. I remember in the past it's a Uniqlo collaboration coat, and it's new with tags, right? So it just needs a little bit of work as far as getting the wrinkles out. And I think at the thrift store, the hem had been a little bit dusty from being dragged around and everything. So it just needs that kind of thing. So, but we should do that one soon. And lots of sweaters. We had this vintage, another Fair Isle vintage sweater, Meister ski sweater. I think that's gonna do really good, really quickly. Sims. Another really good brand. It's a fishing company.
That one's 100% wool.
100% wool, so that's awesome. This one, Ex Officio, that one is wool blend.
Wool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a Pendleton Western wear. Why are we sitting on this? I don't know. Maybe it was the middle of summer.
Well, it does have a little bit of
Does it have
schmutz that needs to be cleaned
some
off.
cleaning up. So baby wipe or something like that, right? Can take care of that.
I didn't find any holes in it.
Awesome. We have a 100% cashmere scarf by Joseph Aboud. And then this one I must have looked up. I haven't researched it now. We'll try to throw up comps in this video where we can. The brand is Beyond, and it's in Seattle. So I'm sure it's an activewear outdoor type brand. I don't know anything about it, but I must have looked it up when I bought it. It was too long ago. Smart Wool. So yep, just more stuff that we held on to until the season changed, and the season has done changeth. Another one, little quarter zip, horny toed, 100% merino wool. It's a so-so activewear outdoor brand, but the material is what's going to sell that one. And then this nice Banana Republic extra large, it's another merino wool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that full zip? Yeah, it's a full zip cardigan kind of thing.
Yeah, nice.
That's nice. So then here's another really good brand if you sell women's clothing, Isabel Marant, Etoile. And I did a little bit of online arbitrage with this one. I bought this on Poshmark at a low price. I don't remember what it was, but I was just going to kind of de-wrinkle. Some of the wrinkling is intentional on this, but I was going to de-pill, get rid of the wrinkles, and then yeah, as you can see, part of this is puffy. It's supposed to be like that. It's not really wrinkled. It just looks worse. So actually there might not even be that many wrinkles in it.
Yeah.
And anyway, I'll try to get that listed at a higher price and see if we can get that done. And then just a couple pairs of vintage pants. We've done pretty well with vintage men's pants. These are from Montgomery or JCPenney, the JCPenney Slack. So they're new with tags still, new old stock. And then just plaid. Men's polyester plaid pants just go so quickly. These are Hagar slacks, double knit polyester.
Yeah, it's an old label.
And if they're plaid and kind of wide leg or flared leg, they usually just sell super quickly. So, but they're going to sell better this time of year than they will in the middle of summer. So anyway, and then this was just a, I think it was Hilo Hattie. I forgot to take the tag off. Yeah. A little girl's Hilo Hattie dress.
Hilo Hattie?
Hilo Hattie?
I don't know.
It is Hilo, you're right. I've had Hilo Hattie in my head for years and years and years, but it is Hilo. Anyway, I just thought that was super cute. I just picked it up somewhere, actually not that long ago. And that can wait till spring and summer. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, well, we definitely have our work cut out for us. We were just going through this and Mr. Pish Posh, well, I'm talking like you're not right here. But
I'm right here.
anyway, you were just like shaking your head like, what has this stuff been doing? Like,
No, I was shaking my head because I was like, oh, this is really good stuff. So it's not like you're just finding stuff to mediocre stuff.
Right.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. And it's kind of like thrifting and finding a bunch of really good things.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start off with this vest. You can see the back. Patagonia, what does it say?
South America.
Oh, South America. Okay, so I did, and it's M-U-L-U-C, Muluk.
It's on the label on the inside if you want to
Yeah,
see
and you can put that. Anyway, we can research this a little bit more, but I did find a vest. I remember when I found this, I found the comp was like $60-$70 from what I remember, and it's like a Y2K 90s type thing.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's exciting. And then this is Eddie Bauer. It's premium goose down. It's an extra large. We've decided it's women's based on the cut. And we just need to wash it, right?
Mm-hmm. Just on the inside right here.
It's just got some schmutz on it. So.
It's easy.
Schmutz. Okay, this we feel like maybe we missed our window, but there will always be more hunting seasons. And this is Cabela's, a vintage Cabela's Dry Plus, made in the USA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right there. And anyway, we've sold that before, right?
Yep.
So, spring hunting?
No such thing.
Okay, Land's End, another goose down vest. No, jacket.
It's a jacket, yeah.
Jacket, but vest center kind of. This part is the down-filled part. Then we have a couple hats. These are both by Turtle Fur. You can see the little label. One is vintage, one is newer. And then this one's kind of cool because it has a concho on the top. And
good color too.
This one's very interesting, kind of like Thunderbirds and a house.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have a hole. So we're going to see if we can get that fixed up a little bit. And it is Turtle Fur, made in the US. It's made in Vermont. That's where that brand comes from anyway. So those were in our to be listed pile. Then we had this nice sweater by LL Bean, quarter zip. That one is merino lamb's wool. Nice color, needs some depilling, I think. Then this is a fun one. This is a vintage Land's End. It's made in Hong Kong, and it's a sweater vest with this awesome pattern on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was also merino wool, right?
Yep, lamb's wool.
Lamb's wool, okay. So I'm messing up your folding, honey.
Yep.
Here's another awesome sweater brand. I think I have sold it once, or I have another piece hiding somewhere, but no, I sold a skirt. That's what it was. It was a wool skirt. Sold really quickly. It's called Crimson Clover. It's made in Colorado. Boulder. And it's very much a snowboard ski kind of thing. So whatever this is, like a long tunic sweater type thing. And that should do pretty well. Another good brand we've got, Ibex. I've talked about Smart Wool recently being like so-so, takes a little bit longer, but then we talked about Icebreaker being better. Ibex is up there, I would say, maybe even better than Icebreaker. Ibex is just a nice brand, and it's usually wool, merino wool type things. So that's a women's. This is such a fun sweater. It's acrylic, but it is older. Like, I don't know, 50s or 60s, right? So look at this. Made in the USA, Land of the Midnight Sun. Designed by Knutun? No, I-N?
It looks like Knutun.
Knutun. It doesn't, the U looks different, but that looks more like I think I'm reading it in Russian. Made of
Knutsen.
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 That's an S?
No, it's a T.
Oh, yeah. But those aren't Russian letters all the way.
No, they're not.
Anyway, we'll have to figure out what that is. And then made in 100% Orlon acrylic. So not wool, but awesome. Look at this. Little shawl collar. Fuzzy. Vintage. This one's just by Talbot's. I think it needs a little depilling. I just kind of got it for that cottagecore type look. Talbot's. And it is Hong Kong, so vintage. And it's 100% wool, but with this awesome embroidery on it. What else?
You are totally messing up all of our folding.
I am messing it up. You have to fold it again. Oh, this is just Chico's. But it was really cool. It's like a long duster. It's just a size 1, so it's not plus or anything, but it's 100% wool and duster kind of jacket. And another awesome piece of vintage awesomeness. I think this is more 70s, 80s. It's got leather.
You sure it's leather, not leather?
Well, who knows? But it's a little chevron little thing going on there. Here's the made in Taiwan 70s, 80s label. The Golden Collection. And then it's Pioneer Wear. Okay, so a Western brand, and it's got the leather chevron on the back as well. Needs to be listed. Okay, what do you think, hon? We're gonna do another bin?
Yep, let's do another one.
Let's do another one. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting tired, honey.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so some of this stuff I know we had already kind of pulled out, you were saying, because it needed major depilling. It just never happened, right? This brand is Outdoor Voices, and it's a kind of Lululemon, activewear type brand. I think, I don't know, maybe used to do better, but I think I remembered looking it up. The fleece is kind of an unusual piece for them. So it was worth doing. It was worth just running the little fabric shaver over it is all it's gonna need. Kind of the same thing with these. We've got another ibex piece picked up in the summertime. Needs some delinting, depilling. It's a men's large wool piece. And another smart wool, same thing, needs some depilling and such. And that's a, does it say what size that is? It doesn't say, but it looks like an extra large or something. Okay, another hat. Oh, like for a ponytail?
I'm not sure.
Or something?
It's got a Velcro back.
Oh, it's this.
I mean, it makes sense. That's what it's for.
Ponytail.
But it's vintage. It's Merkley.
Yeah. Okay. And speaking of vintage, we have a pair of pants with such an awesome plaid flannel lining, made in the USA. Like I said, I was just telling you that I took pictures because I remember taking the picture with the cuff folded so you could see that, and then I don't know, it just never got listed. We've just got a button shirt, Kenzo jeans. We need to do some more research on that. That can be based on color. It can be listed, just not super crazy priority. We've got a Masters polo, Masters collection. Now we definitely want to make sure anything Masters is listed before the Masters.
Question.
Yes.
The label says made in Hong Kong.
Vintage.
Does that mean it's a vintage Masters?
Yes. And that we want that, like I was saying, we need it listed before the Masters in April. So we might as well do that so we don't forget. We have a vintage Levi's dry goods. Well, made in Philippines, so it's probably like Y2K. It's probably not.
Not really old.
Not really that old, just has kind of an old looking label. That's not priority. This one is Cool. Kuhl. It's a women's zip. And I think that one needed some depilling.
Yeah.
As well. I've just got a pile of Chico's Travelers. You know, they're darker colors. This one's metallic, so probably should have been listed before now. So we'll see. I think I just kind of had pulled those all together so I could do listings at the same time. We've got two nightgowns that are Lands of Salzburg. And this one I found recently. This one was in the pile of stuff, and so I went and grabbed this one. So if we're going to do one, we might as well do two. And then we have this kind of heavy-duty Western shirt by Wrangler. And just kind of heavy denim material.
But is it big and tall? I thought it said big man's.
It might, yeah, big man's fit.
Okay.
So that should be good. Anyway, the only other thing that was in those bins was this skirt, this crazy skirt that is really cool. I think I've sold something similar before. Anyway, there's snaps all along it. It's called the Sweet Spot skirt. And you can, like, it's one size fits all. You can just snap it to where it fits you. And it's teeny tiny. It's got bicycles. I think it's made to be worn with like bike shorts.
Right.
And just, it looks a little better. But that's gonna be spring, summer. We're gonna worry about that. So that was actually 2 bins. The first one we did only had a couple things in it. So that was 2 bins. So we're gonna keep going?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so we actually ended up going through the last few bins. Some of those bins are definitely spring and summer. There was one that was already sorted into dresses and things like that. A couple of them, yeah?
A couple of them were vintage.
Vintage. And vintage, what doesn't mean that it couldn't be listed now, but there wasn't anything.
We have all of this.
We have all of this to work on, right? And then so what we did is we did pull out from those bins some more winter things. So like there's a pair of Banana Republic wool pants, there's a J. Crew wool blazer, there's sweaters, there's some more hats. So I don't think, honey, was there anything especially, I don't even know if we're gonna keep that one. I remember that now. Just sweaters.
This was mostly just kind of...
This was just kind of average stuff in,
yeah.
in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's cashmere. So we're gonna make sure there's no holes on that. There was another smart wool or something. I remember I got a bunch of, these were at Goodwill, a bunch of plus size Lane Bryant sweaters, but they were new with tags. So not big money, but there was like 3 or 4 of them. So I figured that would be an easy listing. Anyway, as you can see, we've got plenty of things to work on. I think that's the smart wool. Oh no, that's the Ralph Lauren wool skirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Size 1X. So we'll get going on that. The other thing we did was we culled out stuff that we just don't think is worth it. You know, we have so much of this stuff to get listed and to work on. And we went through, we found things that had flaws that we missed, or, you know, things that were not fixable, or probably came from the bins, or that just aren't worth the time. And we're just gonna redonate it. So that feels good too, because that lightens our load a little bit as well. So anyway, thank you guys for coming along with us today as we get this reselling chore done. Let me know if that's something you'd ever want to see again. Another video where we kind of go through our backlog. It's kind of like a haul video, but it just got purchased a long time ago. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great week, and we will see you later on.